Welcome back everybody, Kenny Smyson here. I do put out Starfield content every week, so be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And the moment you've all been waiting for, the best of 2x1 Habs that I'm working on here. And I've spent the last, a couple months now going through all of the 2x1 Habs, doing showrooms for you, kind of talking about the details inside of them. I will put a link in the description below so you guys can hop onto that playlist. And I did my best to try to be not too biased at all in this. I wanted to go with players, kind of the player's choice. What would players prefer for the most part with all of these Habs? I do have some runner-ups that will cover some of the, maybe some of my more biased selections. But for the most part, I wanted to be fairly unbiased in my ranking here. So let's go ahead and hop into it. First up, we have the all-in-one berth, and the winner for that is the Stroud-Eklund. That's largely because there are A and B variants, which are basically mirror images of each other. The front section here has the functional galley as well as the dining table, and the placement of the slider does not cause anything to be lost. The middle section here has beds, and the rear section is storage as well as the bathroom. On the B variant, which is this one here, you have a table on the back right with 2 chairs. On the A variant, there will be a table more in the middle with a lot more storage cluttered around it, but no chairs. So that's why I do favor the B variant here. And the A and B variant of the Nova Galactic all-in-one berths are actually very different Habs. They are not just merely mirror images of each other. The runner-up for the all-in-one berth is the Hopetech, and that's mainly because it has 3 well-distinct sections to it. The foremost section here having all of the beds, the middle section being the dining area, and the rear section having like a living room setup. Next up is the Armory, and the winner for that one is Nova Galactic. The big thing it has going for it is it's the only one with mannequins to display your spacesuits and your outfits. I love this this middle section here. It's got a fantastic kind of like secured look with the graded walls. Plenty of weapon racks here on the left and cases, a couple lockers, and on the right you're going to have a couple pack stands down on the ground there with more boxes. Some storage up here in the front section with a single weapon case. The runner-up is the Taiyo, and that's because it has a brig opposite of the weapon racks. And the brig does have a functional bed so you can sleep in. If you need to get the XP boost as well as have a smaller ship, this is the one you're going to want to go with. Next up is the captain's quarters, and the winner is the Hopetech. And this thing is absolutely packed. Fantastic dining table area right there. The navigation console is incredible. A recessed bed in the middle here, along with the desk. And the kind of living room area at the back. The runner-up for the captain's quarters is the Stroud-Eklund, and that's mainly because it's my personal favorite. It's got a nice, clean look, well laid out, and I like the navigation console that it has, the same as the Hopetech. Next up is the computer core, and the winner for this one is the Nova Galactic. It is just loaded with computer monitors and consoles and servers and network stations. Absolutely well designed. My favorite part is this section in the middle, which definitely looks like it was designed by an IT professional, the entire Hab, because of course you're going to want your little command bunker to do all your shenanigans from. And I love how it does have a couple extra little workstations. The runner-up for the computer core is the Deimos. I absolutely love the glass walls in the middle here. The look of this one is absolutely fantastic, but one major hit though is that it does not have any computer consoles that somebody can actually sit at, so that's why it didn't beat the Nova Galactic in the end. Next up is the control station, and the winner is the Hopetech. I love the darker look to this one. There's a ton of monitors everywhere, and I in particular like the ones up top on the ceiling. The attention to detail in this Hab is really well done, especially with these panels here with all the words and letters and buttons. The runner-up for the control station is the Nova Galactic. It's got a nice, spacious appearance to it, and what really kicks this one up there is the fact that it has a functional galley, which you can see on the left. Next up we have the Infirmary, and the winner of this one is Galactic. It's got some extra little workstations. It's the only one with beds opposite of each other, which I like that idea for giving patients space. It's got lots of monitors up above the beds, which is a nice touch. And in the front section up here, it's got kind of like this compartmentalized little seating area, table and chairs. The runner-up for the Infirmary is the Stroud-Eklund. Very similar to the Galactic in as far as what it offers, but if you prefer to have the beds next to each other on the same side, this is the one you want. Next up we have the living quarters, and the winner for this one is the Galactic. It's got a great seating area up front, little workout station here in the back with that punching bag, as well as the bed here. And this front section is neatly compartmentalized with this wall here. Moving on into the main area, there's a fantastic looking table with the monitors up at the top. Got a couch, a TV, a desk. It's the only living quarters with a bathroom and shower in it. Another bed back here. Got your coffee stand, and of course a functional galley. And I love this one so much that I oftentimes will use it as my captain's quarters instead of an actual captain's quarters, because even if you have to have a passageway going through this section up here, this wall definitely kind of helps compartmentalize the back section. The runner-up for the living quarters is the Deimos, and that's because it does not have any beds. And so for design, if you're looking for just a strictly tables and kitchen with a little bit of seating, this is the one you're going to want to take. Next up is the science lab, and that one goes to the Taiyo. There's a lot packed into this hab. Obviously all of the science labs have a pharmaceutical station and a research lab, but this one also has the desk right here. It's got a computer console, some monitors, and this kind of nice lounge seating area with a table and chairs. And worth noting that monitor and the corner desk over there on the left, even if you have a window or door on both sides of it, that will always stay there. The runner-up for the science lab is the Galactic. Similar to the Taiyo, but not quite as many monitors and workstations. But one thing it has going for it is the functional galley, which is over there on the left. Lastly, we have the workshop, and the winner for this one is the Deimos. It's worth noting if you put a ladder right here, you will lose that desk on the right. Now the Deimos and the Stroud-Eklund workshops are basically reskins of each other, but the Deimos is brighter in color, which I prefer for having a better lighting for, if you're working in a workshop, you want good lighting so you don't injure yourself. The Deimos and the Stroud-Eklund are the only two workshops that have a research station in it, so worth noting. And if you have a ladder in the back like I do here, there is a small chair at that desk that you will lose. The runner-up for the workshop is Galactic. It does have your basic workbenches in it, but aesthetically it does look really cool. It's the only one that has this kind of crazy looking industrial piece of equipment in the back, which doesn't do anything, it just looks cool. Well folks, that wraps it up. That was my rankings on the best 2x1's. Again, I tried to not be too biased on that and look at what most players would probably enjoy to have in their Habs, but let me know which ones you liked and if there's anything that overlooked in the details. Of course, you can go through the playlist I created for all of them, and I'll put a link for that down below. Other than that, folks, take care, and I will see you in the Starfield.